YouTube is interesting. I was wondering when I was watching the Joe Rogan interview with Elon Musk if X was going to replace YouTube at any point in time. I do not think so. I don't think so. YouTube is unique. I looked up phenylparastam versus Adderall and nothing came up on X. It's just not really a search engine, which is what makes YouTube interesting because YouTube is a search engine, but it's also like TV. Like it promotes my videos to an audience like they're a television channel, but it also is a search engine if you're looking for videos. And it's just very, very interesting. I initially started my YouTube channel to promote my health coaching business and promote my ideas on health and really just promote like how to like fix insomnia for people who have insomnia because that was my first video I ever released. So put that out there, no views forever, and then it blows up, and then the view count drops, and it's just this. It's highly unpredictable. Like views on YouTube, it's just this very very unpredictable thing. It's not like there's anything I can do per se to drive view count up unless I just become insanely audience pandering like Mr. Beast, not dashing Mr. Beast. I mean, he's made this an art form, but he basically just gives people the clickiest, viewiest thing you could possibly want. But I'm not trying to do that. That's not my goal. My goal is to communicate these ideas. And it's just interesting because I don't really understand how YouTube works per se in that way. Like it's not the momentum built is, it seems to me a momentum of 5 years, 10 years, like 20 years. It's a long-term thing where you get it promoted because its goal is to keep people on YouTube for the longest amount of time possible, both creators and viewers. And that's interesting because it's just all the different platforms that I've used. I've used Instagram, I've used Facebook, I've used YouTube. That's really it for in-depth platforms I've used. They all have different motivations behind them, fundamentally speaking. And it's interesting because YouTube is, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't really know what to make of YouTube. Like, I want to use YouTube to get my ideas out there. And it's the best for doing that in the long term, but in the short term, it's kind of terrible for getting your ideas out there. But it's still, it's still like the best, I guess, honestly, for getting your ideas out there in the short term as well, unless you just want to pay a ton of money to get your ideas out there, which you can also do. But yeah, I think the reason for that is the long optimization that YouTube does. Yeah, it's really like trying to start getting attention on social media or get attention to certain ideas is crazy. Like if I look at like video age and feeds, it's like 5 years old. A lot of the videos that are coming to my feed like 5 years old. Like, so this is just sitting there for 5 years before YouTube decided that it might be relevant to me, or 10 years or something. That's really interesting. So I'm like, okay, this is just a really long game, because even then, like, I see a video in someone's channel, so it really makes me think about so I see a video and I relate to one video and I don't relate to the rest of it. So then I don't go check out their channel even more. So I think about this in terms of me putting ideas out there, like, just like what do I do to optimize this? So I'm just going for volume of videos and developing skills as I do that, and then making other videos that are more put together, I guess, that could present on ideas in a way that would be like a documentary on an idea. I think that would be really cool to do, simply because those would be things that people could get repeat value from, kind of regardless. So let's say you just wanted to learn on a topic. You're like, okay, I want to learn about insomnia. I could do a documentary on insomnia. So even if you don't have a specific question, you could just generally educate yourself on this topic. So a whole bunch of people with specific questions on insomnia would go to this one source, and then from there could go to my other videos for other specific questions that may or may not have been answered the way they wanted in the documentary. I think that's a really good option. It's just it's fascinating. It's really fascinating, like interacting with this stuff in real time and interacting with you guys in real time and just seeing this trend, these trends overall. I used to be worried about cancellation, but not really worried about cancellation anymore because you just kind of cancel it yourself ultimately. I mean, like, yeah, you just cancel it yourself. They take away the channel, they take away the videos. It's really the skill that matters, the skill of making the videos. And then just upload a whole bunch daily, and the attention will come, the people will come, and everything will ultimately come. And it's just interesting too, because like at first when I started on YouTube, my business model was completely tied up in YouTube. Or not YouTube, it was tied up in Facebook at the time, but I was like, oh, I'm going to use YouTube too. YouTube's going to supplement this. And now I'm just like, yeah, I sell supplements and I just like make these videos and people watch them. But I don't connect YouTube with how to make money because it's just like, it's such an unpredictable thing. Like I have no idea what it is. I don't even know what this channel is. I'm just like, I'm going to make these videos to help people with the questions they have, but also introduce them to the way of thinking that I've developed, and maybe that'll help as well. And then they may have other questions, and maybe that'll be a thing. Like, I don't know, it's interesting because YouTube also, I think of YouTube in terms of like, you get to see people and their personalities and how personalities work. And just how people work, how people talk. Like watching Trump talk, watching Elon Musk talk on Joe Rogan is very interesting because you just see a human being. So YouTube's very much just this insight into people as well. So like, what is YouTube? Let me know in the comments below.